Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Lisa from TwoCreatorWebsite.com. Long time no see. I want to start a new component for this channel, and it's going to be called, drumroll please, Ask Lisa. I know, it's so innovative. I know you're probably thinking, wow, how did she come up with that? No, I'm just being silly. I get a lot of questions, you guys, on my channel, the channel homepage, email, and I spend some days, I feel like a broken record because I am answering the same questions over and over and over again. So I thought with this new component, what I could do is create a playlist, and the playlist is going to be located on the homepage of this channel. And you can go to that playlist. It's kind of going to be like an FAQ playlist, if you will, but it's going to be called Ask Lisa. So I am going to answer questions that I get asked a lot. So if you have a question, you can post it on my channel homepage or even in the Ask Lisa videos, and I will address the most popular ones. So the questions can be regarding website, static website, blog website creation, promotion, marketing, you know, the topics that I typically cover, and then I will do my best to answer the ones that are the most popular. So, oh, and I'm going to try to do all videos in 3 minutes or less. Now, I've blown it on this video because I had to explain the whole thing, but going forward they will be 3 minutes or less, I promise. So let's get started with the first video. So today's question is, I did a video some time ago, probably a year ago or so, and of all my YouTube videos, I probably regret that video the most. What I was trying to do in that video and explain in that video, and I don't think I did a very good job, was I was trying to explain to people, because I get a lot of questions about, Lisa, tell me exactly what you did to get all the traffic to your site. And the problem with answering that question is my site, TwoCreatorWebsite.com, is 8 years old. 8 years ago in web years is like prehistoric. I mean, that's like prehistoric times. You know, it was a different era. It really was. The web has moved so fast. So the strategies that I use to get traffic from Google, and Google still remains my #1 traffic source, has been since 2002. So that's important to note. So, sure, I can make a video telling you guys that submit to the open directory. Make sure you get into the open directory, because if you don't, it's going to be harder to get into Google. Make sure you pay $300 for that Yahoo directory submission, and make sure you submit to the articles, get into a couple of paid directories, the free directories. I can make a video telling you guys that. But the problem is, today in 2010, that will be a complete waste of time and money for the majority of you guys. Those strategies back then were pretty much golden. I mean, when you got into DMOZ back in 2002, you can just sit back and wait, because your Google traffic was on the way within like 48 hours. I mean, you could bank on it. It happened with several sites that I had created at that time. Some are no longer here. But to create a website, as soon as I got into DMOZ, the Google traffic came in. Nowadays, it's not that cut and dry, because it's all about popularity, backlinks. So the point of that video was to say, even though it came across as, well, that's what I did to get traffic, too bad for you, I don't know what you're going to do, good luck. That's not really what I was trying to say, although it came across like that. The point is, there's no sense in you analyzing everything that I did back then, because a lot of those strategies for you today are no longer relevant. And as far as what I use today, which is what so many of you guys are curious about, is the really only new things that I do, it's social media. I use Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to continually branch out my brand, because obviously you don't want to depend on traffic from just one source. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I get traffic from multiple sources, but outside of Google And bookmarks, the places that I get traffic from just goes down like this. If you were to look at a graph for like where I get my traffic from, it's like Google, bookmarks, social media. You know what I'm saying? So I do use social media. I do use Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and a lot of the current strategies today, but that's pretty much it. I spend most of my time continuing to build my brand through social media, and I still am living and riding that traffic momentum that I created back in 2002. So it's not that I'm trying to hide anything from you guys, because in that video it sounded like I was like, oh well, I can't tell y'all the real gems, but I will tell you. No, it just came across wrong, and I apologize for that. But hopefully you guys can understand why it's so dangerous to compare your strategies today to someone who is riding a lot of their momentum. I still have a lot of the same visitors and loyal fans or whatever that I had way back then. So that's a big part of the reason I am able to be so successful. So yes, I think social media is great, but it's not something that I use dominantly. It's not something that predominantly, sorry, that didn't make sense at all. But what I do is I still get most of my traffic from google.com. That's where most of my conversions and sales comes from. Now, I use YouTube and Twitter and everything to supplement that traffic so I don't become extinct. But still, guys, the majority of my traffic is coming from Google, because largely of what I built way back then. Google gives precedent to older sites with a lot of backlinks, and I have that working in my favor. So I hope that helped you guys out. I'm sorry for that last video and that it was very vague. I was not trying to be snobbish and like, too bad, can't help you. But it did come across like that. So thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to leave me questions, and hopefully we'll address your question in the next Ask Lisa video. Peace.